Hello there, boxing fans around the world. Thank you for joining me once again here on Talking Fight for another episode of Boxing News Today, courtesy of our friends across the pond at boxing247.com. And we've got quite a few stories to roll through, but nothing too strenuous in this Christmas time break period. Let's start off with something, let's see, probably out of the UK, my guess. Oh, yes, our friends over at Boxer. They're having a great bout up in Manchester in January, featuring Chris Eubank Jr. and Liam Smith. And also added to that bill, we've got Richard Riakpork, who'll be he'll officially launch his quest for a world title shot in 2023 when he battles former two-time WBO cruiserweight champ Krzysztof Glowacki. Sorry for the mispronunciation. I'm sure I blew it, but try my best there. Anyway, as I said, that's on the undercard at the AO Arena in Manchester. That's taking place Saturday, January 21st. The undefeated Londoner, 15-0, 11 knockouts, has bulldozed his way into contention to challenge for his coveted crown with 3 knockouts in his last 3 fights. Wow. Now 32, Riakpork will be out to claim a major scalp. In the form of Poland's Glowacki, 32-3, by the way, 20 knockouts, whose only defeats have come against Alexander Usyk, Maris Brandeis, and Lawrence Okoli. Three pretty big names. Well, I thought I was going to say that easy. Riakpork said, "I'm really pleased that he took the fight. I can test the midnight train once again, and everybody can see how I fare up to the test of facing a former world champion. He won't be a pushover, and I have to be at the top of my A game. It's going to be fireworks, believe me." So joining the Bumper Boxer show, it's called Unleashed. On that undercard, we're going to see Manchester's own Jack One Smack Massey, 20-1. Wow, 11 knockouts, who collides with former WBO world champ in the heavyweight division, Joseph Parker, 33-0, 21 knockouts. It's going to be a great fight for sure. The 30-year-old stablemate of heavyweight king Tyson Fury returns to Manchester, scene of his Fight of the Year candidate defeat by Joe Joyce back in September, intent on getting his own world title ambitions back on track. But Cheshire-based Massey, whose only ever defeat was inflicted by Riakpork in 2019, will be looking to cause a monster upset against the Kiwi warrior when he steps up to the heavyweight division for the first time. Good stuff. Boxer CEO and founder Ben Shalom had this to say: "We're adding 2 major fights with lots more to come to what is already a blockbuster night in fighting." And we certainly hope that our very own Holly Donovan will be up there in Manchester to see that fight and report for us via live stream. Shalom continues. "It's a massive test and a huge step for Richard against former 2-time world champion, whose only defeats are to Usyk, Brandeis, and Okili. Glowacki has had a long time to prepare for this, and it's a huge cruiserweight fight that could be a headline bout in what is a very exciting division. It's crunch time for Richard." Wow, good stuff. He continues, "Local lad Jack Massey has been pushing for a big fight, and he has jumped at that test against Joseph Parker. He has got huge support in Manchester, and now he'll be fighting one of the biggest names in boxing. Parker is coming back after his Fight of the Year contender with Joe Joyce, and will want to show exactly what he's all about. It'll be very interesting to see how Parker reacts against a hometown favorite." Very good stuff. The main event, by the way, in association with Wasserman Boxing, sees bitter middleweight enemies Chris Eubank Jr. and Liam Smith face off in what promises to be an epic domestic clash for the ages, as both rivals bid to take a giant leap forward in their desired world title pursuits. Wow, good stuff. Good stuff for boxing. Good stuff for boxing fans. Let's have a look now. BCB has something to say. They have a fighter from Aleppo. That's in Syria. He's now going to be showing up at the Eastside fight. Let's have a quick look here. Yes, it's from Aleppo to Eastside for K. Jimenez when a dream comes true with his pro debut. and that comes in the form of his fight at the Eastside Rooms in Birmingham as part of the BCB Promotions closest card to Christmas, set for Thursday, December 22nd. That would have been last night. So we should see a result pretty soon. Anyway, let's have a quick look at his story. The Syrian-born super welterweight has boxed at amateur level in his homeland, Spain, and in England. Wait a sec. The Syrian-born super welter has boxed at amateur level in his homeland, Spain, and in England. Oh, okay. Has boxed at amateur level in his homeland, Spain, and in England, where he is now settled in the second city. Jimenez has linked up with father and son team Spencer McCracken Sr. and Jr., who will comprise both his coaching and management team. The 30-year-old picked up 4 national titles as an amateur in Syria and carried on competing to the tune of 55 bouts, with 47 wins among them. He also claimed a silver medal at the Héctor Box Cup while living in London before returning to our shores after a spell based in Spain. Jimenez can't wait to get stuck in the pro career, which he's been years making for him, and is determined to make up for lost ground. He said, "It's taken me a long time to get here, but a few issues along the way, so I'm thankful for the opportunity to finally put my pro debut together. I was born in Aleppo. My dad's from Syria, but my mom is from Madrid in Spain. I believe they met through her mother, my grandmother. Dad was a nightclub owner, and a lot of my family worked at the doors as security for the venue. So that's what I've been doing since I moved to Birmingham." Fitting. But I'm 30 years old now, and when I was 20 and I first came to England, I went to Hook's Boxing Club in London and won a silver medal at the Syrian Box Club. When I was back in 2014, I decided to drop my boxing for a few years and started push again in 2019 for what I've always wanted to become, a professional boxer. So here you go. You'll see a result from him, and see him, I'm sure, again up in Birmingham in those areas. Let's move along to Gervonta Tank Davis, who had this to say out of when he faced the media in Miami. Undefeated 5-time world champion and boxing superstar Gervonta Tank Davis held a media workout in Miami on Wednesday as he prepares to defend his WBA lightweight title against undefeated world champ Héctor Luis García, headlining a Showtime pay-per-view event on Saturday, January 7th, in a PBC event from Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. That was a mouthful, my friends. Davis has established himself as one of boxing's hottest attractions and will need to dispatch the WBA super featherweight champ Héctor Luis García in order to pave the way for the recently announced blockbuster clash against unbeaten star Ryan Garcia in the spring of 2023. So let's see what Davis has to say. Héctor Luis García is talking about getting the knockout, but we know he can just say that and end up fighting a different way. We don't really know what's going to happen until we get into the ring. I'm just locked in through the holidays. I'll do some stuff with my kids, but other than that, I'm totally committed to this fight and training for it. Going into a fight, any opponent is dangerous. He's training hard, and I know that someone like Héctor Luis García isn't just someone stepping in. He's been training for me for a long time. I just can't go in there and try to knock everyone out right away, but I have to show that I have more than just punching power. I have skills to go along with my boxing IQ. Yes, he does. And by the way, his trainer, Calvin Ford, had this to say. Camp has been good. We've been waiting to see everything transform in the ring. Obviously, when you've been out of the ring for a long period of time, there are little things that you have to get back and correct. It's also important that we do our best to preserve his body for what he's got in front of him. We've got a tough task. This fight is more mental than physical. I think it's similar to the Jose Pedraza fight because Garcia is also an undefeated Olympian who's a world champion. We're just ready to go to that next level. I've been with Gervonta since the amateurs, and now we're at the level where he's that guy. I'm looking to see Gervonta put his stamp on his brand as a fighter. The fight is going to depend on what Garcia wants to do. Garcia had former 140-pound champ and Davis opponent Mario Barrios in his camp, and I'm sure he's got some pointers from him. I know he's at the gym with great sparring, so he's definitely getting a lot of looks, but we don't know if he can do it inside the ring on the night. And You, like I, will have to wait and see. All righty. Let's have a quick look here. Ah, yes. World-ranked super welterweight Serhii Bohachuk, 21-1, 21 knockouts out of the Ukraine, will defend his WBC Continental Americas title against Nathaniel Nate the Great Gallimore, 22-6-1, 17 knockouts out of Chicago, Illinois, in a 10-round clash on Friday, January 27th. The show will originate from the Quiet Cannon Montebello Country Club in California and broadcast globally on UFC Fight Pass. It's presented by Tom Loeffler's 360 Promotions. Bohachuk versus Gallimore headlines another outstanding boxing card in the acclaimed Hollywood Fights Nights series. Wow, good stuff out of California. Said Tom Loeffler, president of 360 Promotions, we're very excited for the quick return of Bohachuk in his first defense of the title against battle-tested Gallimore. Bohachuk looks tremendous last month in his return to the ring following his extensive time spent with his family in Ukraine during the war. Each one of our Hollywood Fight Night events at the Quiet Can has sold out, and I strongly encourage fans to purchase tickets in advance for another entertaining evening of the best boxing series in the country. Woo! Good words, my friend. All right. Quick note on Gallimore. I did not know this, so I'll share it with you. A native of Kingston, Jamaica, the upset-minded Gallimore has fought a wealth of top talent in the junior middleweight division, including world champions Julian Williams and Sebastian Fundora, along with top-rated contenders Erickson Luton, Patrick Teixeira, Justin LaDeroche, Jason Rosario, and he looks to bounce back into the win column following a hard-fought battle with undefeated contender Fyodor Shishkaizin. That was back on November 5th, 2022. And prior to that, Gallimore had defeated Leon Lawson III over 10 rounds in 2021. So good stuff out of California, and let's look forward to those results, eh? All righty. Commonwealth Games bronze medalist Aaron Bowen has penned a multi-fight promotional deal with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom and will begin life in the professional ranks campaigning at super middleweight in 2023. The popular 23-year-old from Coventry enjoyed a hugely successful amateur career, becoming a 5-time national champ, picking up gold at the Commonwealth Youth Games in 2017, and winning a bronze medal in the light heavyweight division in the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games. Good stuff. And in a second announcement from Matchroom, gifted Leicester bantamweight prospect Muhammad Ali has signed a long-term promotional deal with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing and will make his highly anticipated professional debut in 2023 as well. The 18-year-old, who is managed by Sam Jones and trained by Dave Caldwell in Rotherham, enjoyed a glittering career in the amateurs, becoming a multinational, multi-international champion while maintaining an impressive record of 38 wins and 5 losses. Ali shares his name with one of the greatest fighters of all time, but is determined to stand alone in terms of achievements. The soon-to-be professional pugilist harbors ambitions of becoming an undisputed superstar at 118 pounds. World champion, said Ali. I'm not here for anything else. I want to be world champion, and I want to be undisputed as well. You're going to see something special, that's for sure. I haven't boxed for a long time, and I want to get out there now. I'm very eager to start my professional journey. I can't wait to see what the future holds. I'm an all-rounder. I've got fast feet and fast hands. I've also got powerful hands. Put someone in front of me, and I'll find a way to beat them. I'm young, and I'm fully dedicated to boxing. I want to be a world champion. No matter how long it takes, I will become a world champion. I know that my ability will get me there. All right. Hopefully, like his namesake, he will get there. But we'll have to wait and see. Thank you for joining me once again, Talking Fight fans. I appreciate it very much. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll see you later on at both 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. when I join Mike Orr and Cedric Ben at 4 p.m. for Knuckle Up and 7 p.m. with Tim Witherspoon for the Friday night panel. Thank you.